Welcome everybody to week number 8 of the Daily Drivers Inc. Arca series. We are here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, Lucas Oil. Up on the screen now and is the points standings. After last week's race, we have Brandon Lowis still holding the lead with 250 points, only 1 point above Zach Panzarella, with Brandon Wybera right behind him, 3 points back at 246. Then you have Patrick Cowgill in 4th. Devin Sanchez in 5th, Tommy Fox 6th, Christopher Cowgill 7th, Glenn Grisby 8th, Gerald Rose 9th, Eric Gambrill 10th, Cody Matthews 11th, Jordan Finnegan 12th, Mark Zabak 13th, Joshua Nunes 14th, Lucian Thomas 15th, Danny Sanchez 16th, Dylan Schmidt 17th, Philip Beaver 18th, Stephen Neal 19th, and Zach Hillman 20th. 21st, Steve Lewis, John Beverly in 22nd, and Joe C. Quinn 23rd, Dalton Bernius 24th, Phillips Sanchez 25th, and that marks the end of that. Well, I hope everybody had a great holiday season, as we will pull up the grid results now. And Philip Sanchez takes the pole tonight here at Lucas Oil. Patrick Cowgill in 2nd, Brandon Lowis 3rd, Brandon Wybera 4th, Cody Matthews 5th, Chris Cowgill 6th, Zach Panzarella 7th, Jordan Finnegan 8th, Jerry Rose 9th, Eric Gambrill 10th, Glenn Grisby 11th, Danny Sanchez 12th, and 13th Tommy Fox. As we will get going now, as they're coming out now on their first lap out. We'll take a look one more time at the points and where those guys ended up. Panzarella has a little bit of work to do here tonight, sitting there in 7th with Lois and Brandon Lois in 3rd, so they'll have a try to see what this battle looks like. It's going to shape up for our final race, which will be shown later this evening. Sorry, I missed last week and we were able to get it out to you. Here we are now. As we come around one more time, watch out for Patrick Cowgill.
We're going on the green flag here, on the green flag.
We're going to pause for a second because I forgot to turn that off. Sorry about that. Here we go, into the green flag, and we are green now. Patrick Cowgill gets a great jump on the outside. Gets alongside Philip. As saying we're having our first caution. As you see there, Patrick Cowgill gets ahead of Philip. Oh, a big hit to the wall, Brandon Wybera. Oh, Phil Sanchez is there. We look further back in the pack. Jordan Finnegan defending against Danny Sanchez. They're up at the wall. Danny's taking the inside. Grant Guisry looks to the inside of Eric Gambrel. See there, Chris Cowgill. Ooh, touched the wall there. Eric's looking for a way past Jordan Finnegan and Danny. So let's keep an eye on that one. Let's see if we can't get a better look at it. Oh, and there goes Jordan Finnegan. That race battle kind of. And look, here comes Zach Panzarella. Cowgill having the night he needs to get back in the point standings. But oh, Panzarella gets a better run. Here comes Chris Cowgill. Chris Cowgill is a little loose. There goes Panzarella on the inside. Oh, gets close there. Gets Cody Matthews goes a little squeeze on. Gonna stay side by side going into the 3 and 4. Panzarella gonna slide him up the track, but we're gonna stay clean. As joining the back there was Danny Sanchez. Looking to push Panzarella past Cody Matthews to get, oh, and we'll take a look at the Phillip here. As Libera's on his tail, look to the inside, last corner, going to see if we can't get past him shortly. Take a look there. Zach Panzarella gets on the wall. As Danny Sanchez, so does Chris Cowgill. Going to be side by side coming out of the corner. As we look here, goes Zach Panzarella, riding the wall, going to get the run out of the corner. Contact between the 03 of Chris Cowgill and the 12 of Panzarella. Whoa! Panzarella sending it in deep. Able to keep it clean though. Zach Panzarella is able to get by. As we look there, there's Eric Gambrel taking the inside line also. As Chris Cowgill might have burnt up his stuff earlier in the run. As here comes Jordan Finnegan on the inside looking there. So take a look back up here. Cody Matthews holding on to that 5th place spot. And Patrick Cowgill still managing that lead, about 6/10 Phil Sanchez holding on to second place. And you got Brandon Rabara behind. There's a 2-second gap to lower. About a 1-second gap to Lois then. Oh, as Danny gets loose. That's going to give the opportunity to Zach Panzarella. They're going to stay side by side. Panzarella is going to fall back behind him. Take a look here. There's the leader still 6/10 gap for Patrick. So we look here. Barra looks to the outside. See if Danny gets a good run. Or Philip, my bad. Alrighty, let's take a look further back in the pack. We got this battle still going on. This three-car battle behind. Let's take a look at the one behind. You got Chris Cowgill holding on to 8th place. Defending against Jordan Finnegan. Jordan Finnegan defending against Eric Gambrill right behind each other. As we look here, side-by-side action, almost 3 wide, go in the corner. Zach Panzarella, ooh, gets a little loose, Danny. Panzarella's going to take 6th place. As a car width going to be clean. Pulls the slide job off, going to keep 6th place. Now he's on the tackle on Cody Matthews, trying to get the 5th place. Get to the top 5. So we look up here, this gap has shrunk down to 3/10 now for the lead. Take a look here. This battle's still going on. Looks like Danny's now, or Phillips now pulling away from Brandon. As we take a look back here, Zach Panzarella gets passed by Danny Sanchez again. As their gap to the cars behind hasn't changed much. As it looks like Eric Gambrill is able to get past Jordan Finnegan also, as he looks the inside of Chris Cowgill. Looks to get the better run. As he now does get the ahead of him. Eric Gambrill up to 8, 2 spots gained so far this race. Biggest gainer so far, Danny Sanchez up 6. As Chris Cowgill smacks the wall hard. I believe that is a new paint scheme for Jerry Rose this week. Looking good, but he is catching up to this pack, so good to see. As we take a look at this battle once again. Zach Panzarella's going way down to this side of the apron. As we look here, they're closing back up before the lead. As we just completed lap number 32, coming to lap 33 now. Out of the fifth of the way through the race. We got 150 laps here tonight. Top four cars have a pretty good margin to the rest of the field. Big bump by Phillip. Interesting to see the different lines being taken. Patrick taking more of the middle line. You got Libera taking the high line. Kind of getting a late apex to get the run, I believe. We'll take a lap around in the cockpit of the leader. We'll just take a listen. As we go through one, you hear brake is on and just barely on the throttle through the apex. It gets on the throttle once we get all through in turn 3 and 4, about the same, a little more time off the throttle. So here now, it gets back on the throttle, keeping that wheel steady. Great example from how to do a lap here from Patrick. As we go back outside, we see Camber. Danny Sanchez looking to the outside of Cody Matthews. Cody Matthews, they are reeling in the top 4. Not by much, but it is down back up to 6 seconds. But at moments, just getting down to 10th. They are lapping a little slower than the leaders, but Zach Panzarella seems to be falling off just a little bit. Down almost a second now. Eric Gambrell is gaining a little bit. But we'll take a look back over your leaders as you got the Patrick taps the wall a little bit there, but able still hold on to this lead ever since the first or second lap. Big wall touch from the top 4. Bear looks the outside. That line does not seem to be a very good passing line from what we've seen so far. Can get the run, but we'll see if he can make it work. I also could be just doing that to get some clean air. Big hit from back there from Lois. Danny Sanchez on the time. His car still working on Cody Matthews. So we'll take a look back at that battle. As we see Danny hit the wall hard, it looks like these tires are starting to go. As we saw there, we're coming up on our first lap car of the night. That'd be Gwen Grisby. Lois taking that bottom line. As here comes Patrick Calgo down to the pits. On lap 50, coming to 51. As that means Philip Sanchez is going to get a couple more laps led. Now here comes the lap car of Gwen. As Philip looks to his inside. As Lois sends it in deep. Gotta stay on the bumper of Wybera. Philip doing a good job of defending here. So looks like Philip's gonna pull it down to the pits now. Patrick did, looks like, to take 4 tires. So looks like Danny has fallen off just a little bit, but we'll go back to your now new leaders. Brandon Wybera, your new race leader. As there goes Jerry Rose down. Looks like here comes Lois. Everybody so far, 14-second, 15-second pit stops. That's all 4. Or roughly all 4. Could this be a full take? Cody Matthews, Zach Panzarella, and Eric Gamrell. Plus Wybera, we're watching now. Our last one's not to pit so far. And then also Gwen Grisby. As we look here, the battle for 3rd. Eric Gamrell rips it around the outside, saved a little bit better tires. As here comes Eric Gambrill down into the pit lane. So look back here. Patrick Cowgill having to get around Jerry Rose with Philip Sanchez right up from him. These two tip wheel comms together. See if they're able to work this out to get by. As there goes Eric Gambrill into the pits also. Or he is now exiting the pits. Gonna have 4 to 8 lap old, fresher tires in the beginning of the field. Cody Matthew brings it down also. As there goes Patrick Calgo, the other side of Jerry Rose, gonna get the pass made. Now he's gotta catch back up to Phillip. I'm not wondering if Zach Panzarella is not trying to make this a one-stopper as Cody Matthews gets to his pit stall now. Libera pulls it in. That's going to give Zach Panzarella a lap to lead if he doesn't pull it in this time also. So look at that. So that will give Zach Panzarella the lap to lead. Oh, maybe not. Don't believe so, but he will get it this time by as long as he doesn't pit. He is very slow the rest of the field. But if he can make it 75 laps, we'll have to see what happens. As here comes Wybera. Right in front of Glenn Grisby. And we'll look there. There is Zach Panzarella. Let's well watch this fight come together. Looks like Patrick was about a 10th quicker that last lap. And there goes Glenn Grisby back into the pits, or back into the pits. Eric Gambrill slow for some reason. Big loose moment for Jerry Rose. Patrick Cowgill still equal times with Phillip. Cody Matthews puts down a flyer that time, puts down a 21.98. Fastest lap so far is a 21.91. As Zach Panzarella pulls it down the pits this time. On lap 68. He's going to have much fresher tires than the rest of the field. As he now is coming out. It's going to be down in front of Eric. I think I had a problem earlier. But we'll keep watching this light, as that makes your new race leader, Brandon Wybera. Everybody's pretty spread apart. As I believe that's Danny back there who hit the wall, trying to get past it. Jerry Rose at this point. So we'll take a look at that as he looks to the inside now. Maybe it's not giving up that spot easily, even though it's not for position, but good to see some good, clean racing. So we'll go back to the battle for, we'll take a look back here. Zach Panzarella trying to make his way back through the field now. Down the 9th. See if Chris Cowgill makes it easy for him. As Zach Panzarella makes easy work of that with the fresher tires. And we'll take a look here. As we complete lap 75, that will be your stage for the night. So Wybera takes the stage win. I believe it's top 5. So Lola, Sanchez, Cowgill, Patrick Cowgill, and that'd be Philip and Danny Sanchez should get some points for the stage positions. There, Danny does get, oh, big loose moment from Patrick and Eric. Iberia kind of has control of this field. We'll take a look at him. So you see a slow car up towards the wall. As here is your race leader. Great race from Brandon Wybera so far. As he is pulling away from Brandon Lowlis, who is sitting in the lead, if I remember correctly, in the championship. He's trying to fight off or get around Glenn Grisby. As they have about a 6-second gap. Take a look back here. Here comes Wybera trying to put Chris Cowgill a lap down. Isn't going to give it up easily here. But Wybera gets by with no foul play. Oh, big hits on the wall. Brandon Lowis not trying to get by Chris Calgo. Looks like he's going to get it done this time. Looks like, no, it's like Philip Sanchez pulling away from Patrick now. Keeping that gap within 6 seconds of the leaders. As he now has Eric Gambrill in front of him. That's missing the track. Take a look through everybody. Not much going on track right now than cars passing cars for lead lap or not a lead lap. Jerry Rose been improving all season. Just been here, I believe, every race. Yeah, Gwen Grisby's been making improvements this season too. Glad to see he's here tonight. Not the easiest tracks. Yeah, Jordan Finnegan in the top 10 right now. Cody Matthews here in 6th. And Danny Sanchez, biggest gainer so far, in 7th. Or my bad, has made 7 positions, up in 5th. Barrett pulling out that gap to 2.6 seconds now. Two tenths faster than Lolis that last lap. We'll see, but it looks like Lolis has some traffic, so we'll see what this lap looks like. But that's already up another tenth. Slow. Looks like Danny Sanchez starting to reel in Patrick. Just a hair. Swish. Might be coming up on some pit cycles here in about 5 laps. If they're gonna split it 50-50-50. Onboard view from Philip Sanchez. So Philip's gonna be bringing it down the pits. As we'll go to Danny Sanchez. As we have a bunch of people in the pits. We have Brandon Wyberry in the pits, Philip Sanchez, Brandon Lawless. That's everybody in the pits. Brandon Lawless now out of the pits. I think I missed Patrick going in the pits, so lap 96, my bad. As here comes Danny Sanchez in the pits, so it looks like Cody Matthews is going to get potentially a lap lead here. As right behind him, he has a 35 of Philip, who did get fresh tires. And it looks like Cody Matthews is going to get a lap lead. Philip looks to be a little loose there. Ren getting a little fishy as that Cody Matthews gets on the wall. Philip gets by. Take a look here. Looks like Brandon Lawless is caught up, back up to Wyberry under the pit stops. Back to within 4/10. That's Wyberry now trying to get by Gwen Grisby. As Jerry Rose comes down in the pit lane. There goes Jerry, coming out. See Patrick Cowgill on the hunt behind them. Only about within a second now. So Wyberry, Lawless, and Cowgill are your first three taking the second pit stop so far. See where they end up after the full pit cycle. Interesting to see where Zach Panzarella will be able to make it. He did make it to lap 67 last time. As now Brandon Wyberry looking to get by Eric Gambrell. As Danny Sanchez sets, I believe, the new fastest lap of the race, at 21.75. Yes, new fastest lap. As Brandon Lawless improves his to a 21.85. Track is getting faster as the night goes on. And this is for position, so. And there goes Lawless to the inside of Eric. Oh, contact! Wyberry and Cowgill. Wyberry might have some damage now. This looks like that front nose is bent in a little bit. Looks like Patrick gets by. To keep a look on this. As Patrick Cowgill gets by Eric. Back on the chase to Lawless now. As here goes Wyberry around Jordan Finnegan. As Finnegan's going to pull all the way down, enter the pit lane now. But Cody Matthews been leading the past few laps. Give him a little look for a couple of laps before we find our next battle. Take a look here. Brandon Lowell does get around Libera. Oh, it's Libera gets loose. Almost into the back of Lois there. As Patrick Cow goes on the bumper now. As Chris Cow goes slow. As we have our first caution, I'm going to take a guess involve Chris, but I'm not having things pop up, so we'll just fast forward back here. Oh, yep, I think we found it here. Oh, and this gets loose in a self-spin. Gets out of the way of Zach Panzarella, but that is good news for Zach Panzarella. Cody Matthews. They're going to keep basically, well, help him too much. We'll see. We'll watch go to the pits, and that's going to bring everybody in. Jordan Finnegan, Chris Cowgill stay out. Looks like Jerry Rose going to too, but that's going to get Cody Matthews on fresh tires. The race lead. Same with Zach Panzarella. Looks like only 2 for Panzarella. 4 for Cody. So Zach Panzarella, your new race leader. With 34 to go. Going to be coming to 35 to go. Or coming to 33 to go. As there go the lap cars getting waved around. As lights are off the base car dives down. Zach Panzarella has the control. Panzarella gets a good jump, it looks like. Gonna be able to clear Wybera. Takes the inside line. Cody Matthews looks to the inside of Lolis. As Patrick Calgo looks to the inside of Eric Gambrill. Top four gets single filed. As Patrick still. Oh! And big wreck behind them. Patrick Calgo, Eric Gambrill for the second caution of the night. See what happened here, coming out of the corner. Oh, and that was Wade Phillips. It might have been Danny. Let's take a look. Don't want to. It is 62. So Danny Sanchez just gets to the back side of Patrick Calgo. It puts him and Eric Gambrill in the wall. Zach Panzarella is going to get a couple more laps led here. With 29 to go. And there's some information on Zach Panzarella. I believe at this point of the season, this will put Panzarella in front of Lolis. They're only 1 point separated now. As we are now getting formed back up for these last, I believe it's going to end up being last 25 laps. Lights are off on the pace car as we just completed lap 123 of 150. As there goes the pace car off. Zach Panzarella has control as he goes early. Goes early. Gonna get a good jump, but so does Wybera. Cody Matthews kind of caught sleeping a little bit there, but able to battle for fourth. So look there. There goes Lolis inside of Wybera. As Zach Panzarella retains the lead. Cody Matthews on the outside of Philip Sanchez as we have contact between Danny and Phillip, as we now have our third caution we'll take it back and go look at that. Take a look here. Looks like 62 of Danny gets a little loose, and then Philip just had nowhere to go. Unfortunate timing. And then we'll just fast forward this right along. Wait for the base car. And we'll see who comes down pit lane, if anybody, but Zach Panzarella still holding on to this lead. Very crucial for the ending of the season. This is the second last race. And I believe about 30 minutes after this one's over, we will be going back live with the main ARCA series, as this race was from last week. And tonight we do have the season finale. And we'll crown our first ever first champion of the DDIRL Arca series. As we get formed back up. As pace car is in now. Gets a good jump there. So does Wybera. Wybera's going to pull back in front of Lois. Lois going to look to the inside as Patrick Calga looks to the inside of Cody Matthews. Going to get the move done as Wybera's going to take second place back from Lois. Further back in the pack, we're having a little bit of battle going on, putting Eric Gambrell in the 35 of Philip Sanchez. As Patrick Calga looks to the outside, Lois gets into the wall. Still contact between Gambrell and Sanchez there. As there goes Philip, or Danny through down the inside. Patrick still looking at the outside of Wybera. Wybera gets back in front of him. See what Patrick tries to do now, but Zach Panzarella holding on to this lead. Sets a new personal best last time around. We're coming to 15 to go next time by. See what we have any more chaos starting. We had 4 cautions back to back. As we have another caution, we'll see if I can't find. Looks like Eric Gamble slow on track. You see a little bump, maybe some netcode there, and just spins Eric around. He's happy to see that. As long as he didn't get any contact, will be Jerry Rose going to get him his lap back. And that'll be everybody on the lead lap. Alright, well, this is a battle for probably the lead of the championship here between Zach Panzarella and Brandon Lawless. 1 point separating the two of them going into this race. See what that turns into going into the final race. So light should be off on the pace car next time by, and we'll be forming up. As we are getting double file now. As space car's in, we're about to go green. Goes a little later this time. Libera with another great jump, gonna get second place back, starting in third. Cody Matthews looks to the inside. Patrick, as we have another caution, as Eric Gabriel psyched to not having a good night. Gets spinned again. Let's see here. Goes in the corner, a little hot. Oh, contact between him and and Jerry Rose just turns him around. Extra love tap. But that will bring out our 6th caution tonight. As we'll fast forward through. Oh, and Libera turned around. And oh no, what happened here? This was during the caution. Looks like netcode just sends him into the wall. That is unfortunate for Ribera. We'll take another look at that, but we'll go on board real quick. Take a look here. Oh, it gets loose. Unfortunate for Ribera, having a great race all night. It's now apparently the caution came out. Well, I was looking at the wrong one. As we'll see who comes down the pit road, we got Jerry Rose, Chris Cowgill, and Brandon Ribera so far. Only got 8 to go. Space car's in now, and we are about to get going. Panzerell gets a great jump. Lois caught a little bit of sleep. Patrick Cowgill gets a little contact between Patrick Cowgill and Brandon Lois there. Patrick's going to slide up, block off the extra speed. Lois has his... still green. Caution thing's been having to mess up all night. Oh, little contact between Lois. Great save from Patrick Cowgill. So we have a battle for 4th also. And you see Eric Gamble back there battling Glenn Grisby. Cody Matthews trying to get a spot there. So there goes Eric Gamble all the way to the inside of Jordan Finnegan. Gonna make it stick this time. As we come to 3-2 to go. Zach Panzarello, after that second caution, I believe, takes over the lead. Has not given it up since. Got One more lap to go through. As we are now on the white flag. Teammate Patrick Calgill behind. And here comes the checker flag. Zach Panzarella, your winner. Oh, big wreck between Brandon Lewis and I think Danny Sanchez. Oh, big wreck at the end of the race. Holy cow. Crazy ending of that race. Pull up the results. Zach Panzarella, your race winner tonight. Patrick Calgill came in finished second. Danny Sanchez third. Brandon Lewis fourth. Philip Sanchez fifth. Cody Matthews sixth. Eric Gambrell seventh. Glenn Grisby eighth. Chris Calgill ninth. Jordan Finnegan 10th. Jerry Rose 11th. Brandon White-Barra 12th. And Tommy Fox 13th. Oh, got nobody in the booth, so we'll close that. And look at the points now going into this next race. So look there, Zach Panzarella does take the lead by 2 points over Brandon Lewis. Patrick Calgill gains the spot also and up to third. 11 points back. Brandon White-Barra ends up, I believe, finishing the race, but loses one spot to Patrick. Still within contention. And then you have Devin Sanchez in 5th, Christopher Calgill 6th, Tommy Fox 7th, Glenn Grisby 8th, Cody Matthews 9th, Eric Gambrell 10th, Jerry Rose 11th, Jordan Finnegan 12th, Danny Sanchez 13th, and Mark Zabok 14th. Joshua Nunes 15th, Lucian Thomason 16th, Dylan Schmidt 17th, and Philip Beaver 18th. As we'll take a look. Here's your race winner, Zach Panzarella. But this was DDI Arca series. Don't forget to join us here in about, I think, less than a half hour for the championship race here tonight. We'll crown our first champion of the DDI Arca series. But this was Hilltop Bullet, and I will hope everybody has a good night, and see you in a few.